Hello YouTubers, 0 to 100 here, and today's topic is going to be my Parrot Bebop 2 drone. Now, I've had the drone just over 8 months, and I must tell you, I'm enjoying it immensely. Now, it's not a professional drone, it's a drone more for hobbyists like myself. It has got a 1080p camera. It shoots pretty decent footage. I mean, it's not the best out there. The best out there is probably with the likes of the DJI Phantom and your own 4K camera, and let's just say you get better for aerial photography, yes, but the Parrot Bebop 2 drone is very compact, and that's the reason why I bought it. And for YouTube videos, filming my adventures, it was a good option rather than carrying such a big drone like the DJI Phantom. Anyway, those of you that follow my channel know that I have been struggling a little bit with range on the drone, simply because I've been using my cell phone, my mobile phone, yes, and it's great because you don't need an extra controller, and that's why I bought it, but the range is limited to about 300 meters, and then you start losing signal, and you start getting returned to home, and it's not a toy that you want to lose. So I've had a little bit of difficulties with range, and everybody's been telling me, hey, get the Parrot Skycontroller. It gives you around 2 kilometers range, and I know that, but man, it's just so difficult to carry that big Sky controller. Anyway, with the release of the Disco fixed wing drone, they've made a new Sky controller, and it is very compact, very compact. It's about the size of a normal radio controller for aircraft or helicopters. So I got myself one, and that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to test it out, review it, and tell you all about the Parrot Skycontroller 2. Yeah, excellent. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Find myself an open piece of ground and actually test the Skycontroller for you guys. So stay tuned. Okay, so I found a nice piece of open ground. A little bit windy today, quite cold. It's around 8 degrees. So I've parked my bike, as you can see, on the bridge. Got my drone out, and this is basically the Parrot Bebop 2. Excellent piece of technology, GPS. It's got 1080p camera with built-in image stabilization, which is really good. It's got altitude meters, magnetometers, down-facing camera, all for stability, and it is really stable, and I will show you guys this in a moment. Excuse me. And now this is the point of the video and me coming out here. This is the Skycontroller 2, and the other one was much bigger. It was also built to accommodate a tablet. This one accommodates a tablet and a phone. It's a lot more compact, so it allows me to keep it in my top case, which is perfect. I have this backpack for the drone, and again, I chose this because it's much easier to carry around. So this is really simple. It uses your mobile phone for viewing the camera, and that's all that needs to be done. Now, there is a USB cable that needs to connect, unlike the previous Skycontroller 2 that connected Wi-Fi. This one actually connects with a cable, which I am doing now. And that's all you need to do. I'm all connected. All I need to do now is set the drone on the floor and let it get connected to the satellites. Once it's connected to the satellite, the light will show. As soon as I switch this on, it runs the software automatically, and we're ready to fly. Now, this thing's range is about 1.4 miles, so roughly around 2 kilometers. I haven't tested it because there's a lot of bushes and stuff here, and I'm not in the mood to go and look for the drone. But yeah, without further ado, let's get it set up. So the drone is now switched on, and it will search for the GPS. You can see the light there is flickering. It's doing a quick analysis. Once it's ready to fly, it will stop flicking. There you go. It is now ready to fly. I'm recording, so we're good. The Skycontroller 2 itself is quite comfortable. Let me unlock. Yeah, home position and switch on. The red light is now on. It tells me to use this app by default. I go OK. It goes straight into the app, and you can see now I have a green light on the Skycontroller, which means that it is also connected to the Bebop drone. It is very, very fast, and I don't know if you can see this on my mobile phone, but I've got now what the camera sees in front of me. As soon as I press takeoff, yeah, as soon as I press takeoff, right, it will start recording. I've got, of course, this little circle here, right, that indicates the positioning, best positioning for the Skycontroller. Now, this uses Wi-Fi, so it's important that its directive is always in front of you, or the direction of the drone is always in front of you. So, that being said, let's take off. So as soon as you press the takeoff button, the drone climbs and it remains in the same position. Of course, there's a little bit of a wind today, but the drone remains in a steady hover until, of course, you give it some inputs. So that's my app input, and we are now flying, yeah? So let's check this thing's range. I mean, this, like I said, should not be a problem now. I am now 13 meters up in the air. And about 98 meters away. And this can easily go, like I said, out of sight completely. And I don't want to lose it. So at the moment it is on 270 meters and I can already hardly see it. Let's go a little bit further. Signal is showing pretty good. I am in front of it. And now it's practically completely out of sight, but I still have a good signal. Yeah, battery's flat, why? It's kind of strange. I did charge it. So I'm bringing it in simply because I've got 22% battery, and that's amazing. But yeah, while it's hovering on top here, let me just talk about the Skycontroller. The Skycontroller feels natural in the hands. It's really good. You can control the camera's vertical adjustment, so you can look straight down 90 degrees. It is really easy and sensitive, so really good inputs. And yeah, like I said, I just took the drone out to around 400 meters, and no difficulty whatsoever, yeah. But my battery is looking low, so I'm going to change the battery. To land it, you just press the landing button again and it lands, yeah. So I'm going to switch off the Skycontroller. It starts blinking and then switches off. So I've got a new change of battery. I can see here that the Skycontroller is on 97%. Now the Skycontroller, according to the specs, should last around 4 hours of flight time. The Parrot Bebop 2 has a flight time of around 25 minutes per battery. So I'm all connected, I'm good, I've got all satellite. Yeah, so I'm going to now press the takeoff button again. And there it goes into a hover mode, quite stable, adjusting to the GPS position. And now it's waiting for inputs from the Skycontroller. Now, the Skycontroller controls are really comfortable, feels good in the hand, and let's give this thing a bit of a range test right now, yeah? So I'm going up to around 20 meters, and let's go forward. It is pretty cold today, so the batteries are really being depleted quite rapidly, yeah? So that is 250 meters, almost out of sight already, at an altitude of 32 meters. Yeah. That is 414 meters. Signal is still pretty good. I've still got full picture, and I can see in front of me. I can still see the drone. It's just a speck in the distance. It is now on 500 meters. So yeah, I would say that it's not a problem to get above 1 kilometer on this and still keep connection. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm on 500 meters. I'm going to go higher, still controlling it. So I'm about 50 meters high up now. I can still see it. .500 meters. Picture is still good, and I cannot see the drone at all. Oh, there it is, a little speck in the air. So that's pretty decent. I mean, I like to fly and keep the drone in sight. So this range for me, and I know that it can go more, so this is just perfect. This is absolutely just perfect. The Skycontroller is great, nice and compact. You can keep the cell phone or the mobile phone in front of you to see what you're filming, right? And it also gives you the direction that the drone is. So if I am out that way, of course, the signal is going to be weakened, of course. Yeah, so everything works like it's supposed to there. I have the drone in the sweet spot, and right, it is right now 64 meters high, 162 meters away, and I'm bringing it in, so starting its descent. Very, very decent. I'm very happy with the Skycontroller. You can adjust the camera, right? Now this is actually an FPV set, so it came with a set of goggles, VR goggles, and what that allows you to do is actually take this mobile phone and slide it into the goggles. It splits the screen, gives you a three-dimensional view, big screen, and you can actually control it with these two toggle switches here, right, to give you the camera from the mobile phone so you actually can see your surroundings, and it also allows you to view first-person view from what you're filming through the drone's camera, so you can see where you are all the time and you won't get lost. And that's probably for flying over the kilometer range when you don't see the drone at all. Now this has also got, of course, the GPS flight plan, so you can plot a couple of points on the map, and the drone flies autonomously through each of these points at different heights, different altitudes, etc. So it's really a nice toy. The primary reason why I bought this is actually to take it on tour with me and actually film all my adventures and the locations that I visit. I like going out to visit some historical places on the motorcycle, go out on a bit of a day tour, and it's actually great. So you can actually control the filming. So right now I've switched off the filming, yeah, and I'm going to start it up again. You can take pictures, of course, but as you can see here, very, very stable, very reactive to the Skycontroller, and give you a little bit of footage of the bike, because actually that's what I bought this drone for, to film. Now it does have follow me mode, and I have videos that show the follow me mode, but it's too cold. So let me do you a flyby of the drone and my bike. Again in the other direction. Yeah, so very easy to control, as you can see here. Lovely, lovely. can actually control the speed and everything on this drone, yeah. Very sensitive, very easy to control, and just a great toy to have some fun basically. It's got a really strong backlight. Forward going back. Alright, so I've done what I've wanted to do, and I'm really happy with the Skycontroller 2. It feels real good, its quality seems to be fine, connecting is a breeze, it's not complicated, it does what it's supposed to do, range is incredible, yeah, at least right now I know that I can fly the drone out of sight without any difficulties of losing connections. Now remember, on my mobile phone I was getting around 300 before I would start losing signal and the video image would start distorting. Right now I've tested it up to about 500, almost 600 meters, and signal was still there, intact, and no problems in controlling the actual drone. So like they say, 1.4 miles, 2 kilometers in good conditions shouldn't be a problem. I'm not going to use it for that range. Like I said, I use the drone for filming historical places that I tour on my motorcycle. When I do go on tour in the mountains, that's when I will be using the drone. Now, if I do want to use the 2-kilometer range to film something, then I will definitely use it in its autonomous mode by using the flight plan and GPS. At least, you know that it flies a certain path, and you cannot lose sight of it because it will fly back to you. Now, I'm pretty happy that was today's video, and I'm going to leave you with some of the stuff that I've already filmed in these 8 months that I've had the drone. And as you can see, it does for some pretty good and pretty interesting aerial photography. Again, I'm just a hobbyist, but it is really nice toy to allow you to accomplish what you want to accomplish, yeah? So guys, enjoy all the different clips of what I have filmed already so far, and please help a guy grow his channel, subscribe, like and share these videos. It means a lot to us. Thank you very much. 0 to 100, over and out.